Nichi Weekly writer Tomo Hirai and I traveled to Sacramento, California to find out more about a nonprofit protecting and empowering victims of domestic abuse called My Sister's House. We caught up with Yen Marshall, Executive Director of My Sister's House, at My Sister's Cafe in the old Japantown area and current Capitol Mall area. Incorporated in 2001, Yen explains the mission of My Sister's House organization.
Our mission is to support survivors of domestic violence, sex trafficking, human trafficking, sexual assault. But we are culturally appropriate safe haven for our clients. In this area, if you're talking about service for shelter for such a big, diverse group, I think, and culturally appropriate one, we are the only one that has shelter. We are the and enterprises where we can provide training for our clients. So we have up to, probably our staff can speak up to 15 different Asian languages. However, we don't close our door to any group. So our door is open to any group who comes to seek help. The challenges that our clients face, and first of all, the language barrier is huge when you're trying to look for a job, right? And then the second thing is that most of our clients, they have been depending on the abuser at home. So if they have not worked, it could be very intimidating. And then, some of our clients might not know even how to drive. So access to transportation is also, a gap that we're trying to close. So when our client first started, going to a job location like this location, the other location, is nearby public transportation. So we're teaching our clients how to take public transportation. And then, so language barrier, access to transportation, and then, the ability of actually working there and don't feel intimidated, because the relationship has always, when someone is in an abusive relationship, their self-worth, self-esteem is low. And so by putting them into a workplace where we respectfully, working with them and then showing them how they should be treated, as a worker, as a manager, as someone who's contributing back, they deserve the respect, and they cannot be treated the way they have been treated at home.
My Sister's House provides opportunities for victims to gain self-respect and enter the workforce, as Enterprise Manager Marta Peña'Lane points out.
With the Enterprise program, there's a cafe on Capitol that's been there for 8 years, and we just started a year ago. And it's a woman to work program, so it gives our ladies the job experience that they need to really branch off into doing a better position for themselves and for their family. So we train them not just on retail skills or restaurant skills, but then we get into budgeting, we get into goal planning, and really management skills for these ladies. And a lot of them have never had a job. So this is a great opportunity for them to hone their English skills, to hone in either retail skills or the restaurant skills. And this is only one facet of what My Sister House really provides for the community.
The cafe started about 8 years ago. We know that being in a domestic abuse relationship, one thing that the abuser has control over the victims, it has a lot to do with financial independence. So we know the board at the time, which I was serving on the board at the time, that there's a need for us to provide a training ground for our clients. And so as part of our Women to Work program,
We interview one of the cafe workers who points out the help that My Sister's House has given her.
Me ha ayudado muchísimo desde que llegué aquí hasta el instante. He sentido un apoyo incondicional. La organización te toma como si fuese tu propia familia. Nos apoya en todo. Hace aproximadamente llegar a My Sister House un año y ya tengo mi lugar, mi apartamento.
Not more than 5 minutes from My Sister's Cafe, Tomo and I visited My Sister's Treasures, where Marta Peña'Lane gives us some background and shopping tips of My Sister's House treasures.
I had a little bit of skepticism when they approached me about the store opening up, with it only being Asian used items. I thought, is there going to be enough, for an entire year or 10 years or 5 years? And Nilda looked at me and she said, you don't have to worry. There'll be plenty. And, it's going on a year now, a little over a year, and we still get donations every single day.
The presence of My Sister's House treasures in Sacramento's relocated Japantown has led to some revitalization of interest of the once thriving ethnic enclave, as the organization has engaged local businesses and the Asian American community by hosting several events over the past year.
Tell you what, our kimonos go very, very fast. Our kimonos go very fast, and we had a lot of really exquisite artwork, and that really goes fast, and it's really popular. And for the gentlemen, the Hawaiian shirts. We have a lot of Hawaiian shirts, and the men really love to come in and pick up their Hawaiian shirts from us.
We finish up with Yen Marshall giving direction for the future of My Sister's House.
Hoping to branch into the educational side where we can provide educational classes or support so that young, from even elementary school students and up know how to interact with each other, what's happening at home should not be the norm if they come from an abusive relationship where the kids grow up seeing mom getting beat up or not having respected. So we want to teach the relation, a positive image for the kids, to know that what's happening at home is not the normal way of how you should be treating each other. When you're dating, when you're a teenager, your date needs to be treating you with respect, and you have the right to say no, and a variety of way in countering the, what they're seeing at home. And that's what I think would be the next step for our organization to grow. I think it's really important to provide a service for the whole cycle.
Nichi Foundation is proud to support the mission of My Sister's House by donating part of the proceeds of the Nichi Night with the Sacramento Kings. This is Greg Gloria for Tomo Hirai for the Nichi Cafe.